So it was one of the weirdest game show moments of the 1970s or late 70s, involving a very well respected actor, the very easygoing Alan Ludden, and a rag against NBC. Now, ironically, George Peppard had worked for NBC before and later worked for the A Team. Now, this is how it went. This was an episode of Password+Plus that was taped in early June 1979. Now, Password+Plus, one of the most popular game shows. Basically, it's a word association game. You say one word to guess another word. Two contestants per team. Now, this was eventually unaired episode of the Goodson Todman game show. Now, Password+Plus was a revival of the word game Password that aired on NBC from January 8, 79 to March 26, 82. Because of the death of Alan Ludden, it stopped. The format of this revival remains somewhat the same as Password, only except the password, one team, one celebrity, and one civilian is part of the 5-word puzzle that adds up to a person, place, or thing. A correct guess of the puzzle wins the team $100, and the first team to reach $300 at the end of 3 rounds goes into alphabetics. In alphabetics, the civilian faces the celebrity, and it's the celebrity's job to get the civilian to say 10 passwords in alphabetical order in the same word association method as the main game. 10 correct guesses awards the civilian the episode's jackpot, but failure to get all 10 gets the civilian $100 per correct guess. Now, in 79, actor George Peppard and actress Elaine Joyce, who was looking very cute in these episodes, appeared in the show for a week of 5 episodes set to air from June 11th to 14th of that year. But during the filming of the first episode, Peppard made some on-camera complaints about the show's format, then went into an on-camera rant about the standards and practices at NBC. He said that, "Here's the thing, friends. I think you should know that before we do this program, that is, do they make you sign that form too?" The contestant declined to answer the question, and then Peppard concluded, "Oh, all right, well, there's a form that says that you won't cheat, you won't steal, you won't kick your mother, you won't tell anyone, or you won't get any prizes." It goes on and on and on like you were some crook. Well, it's really unnecessary in this game. I mean, everybody around this game is paranoid about the truth. They're very careful, and we have somebody from NBC who watches us. Now, that's getting to the police state mentality, and I don't think it's necessary, and I personally resent it. Mr. Silverman, Fred Silverman, the NBC guy, and the rest of you, would you write him a letter and tell him to stop that? After the rant, the show's host, Alan Ludden, went on to explain that what you see is what you get, and the forms that the participants sign before the program ensures that there is no cheating. As a result of Peppard's rant, and possibly due to him visibly smoking on camera and looked like he was also having a little bit of hard stuff, the episode was pulled before it aired, and the 6th episode was filmed 2 weeks after filming, for the week had wrapped, and the contestants ended up not getting paid for the episode. The episode that would have aired on June 12th ended up airing on June 11th, and the show's announcer Gene Wood made an announcement in the opening of the 2nd episode saying the program originally scheduled for air at this time will not be seen. Now, ironically, for 20 years the episode would never be seen, and considering the episode was made during a tape and where taping over problems was common in NBC, it would be easy to assume that the episode fell victim to this given the fact it didn't air. That was until May 8, 1999, when the episode randomly appeared on Game Show Network along with other episodes of Password+Plus. Since then, the episode has been aired numerous times on both Game Show Network and Buzzer, and it can easily be found online. Now, you're probably saying, what would cause George Peppard to take a complete freak like that? Well, some people say he was still kind of in anger with NBC for some of the previous work he did on the channel. Now, by 1979, 1980, he was probably one of the most popular and the most handsome actors going along, and he was one step for super stardom. Now, these TV episodes, he was also like doing Western TV movies like The Bravos, and he did features called The Ground Star Conspiracy, where he made $400,000. Now, when he started the act in Banasek from 72-75, which was part of the NBC mystery movie series, this was 90-minute whodunits as a wealthy Boston playboy who solves thefts for insurance companies for a finder's fee. 16 regular episodes were produced over 2 seasons. Peppard also did some second unit directing. Now, then he later appeared in Newman's Law, an action film originally called Newman. When Banasek ended, Peppard wanted to take time off to focus on producing and directing, including a project called The Total Bees. Now, eventually he went into science fiction in a movie called Damnation Alley in 1977. Now, this rare game show appearance, again, he did a week of shows on Password+Plus 79, in which he could often be seen smoking cigarettes while filming. Out of the 5 shows, the first was never broadcast, but aired much later at GSN and Buzzard because of on-camera comments made by Peppard regarding personal dissatisfaction he felt related to his treatment by NBC officials who supervised the production of Password+Plus. As a result of this, Goodson Todman banned Peppard from appearing on any of their game shows ever again for that incident, which cost him a lot since he had to film an extra episode 2 weeks later to make up for the pulled episodes. Now, ironically, he was offered and accepted a role of Blake Carrington in the TV series Dynasty. During the filming of the pilot, which also featured Lynn Evans and Bo Hopkins, Peppard repeatedly clashed with the show's producers, Richard and Esther Shapiro. Among other things, he felt that his role was too similar to that of J.R. Ewing in the series Dallas. 3 weeks later, before filming of additional episodes was set to begin, Peppard was fired and a part was offered for Joan Forsythe. The scenes with Peppard were reshot and Forsythe became the permanent star of the show. Joan Collins said she was pleased he didn't get the role as she hated him, followed an alleged sexual assault incident. It was a big blow for me, Peppard noticed subsequently, adding he felt Forsythe ultimately did a better job as Blake Carrington than it could have done. Ironically, this led to his being available to be cast in NBC's The A-Team, the number 1 rated TV show in its first season in 1982. Now, a heavy drinker until 1979, he said, I bet a lot of people thought when I did certain things I had been drinking. They found out it wasn't the booze at all. It was me. Now, he also did a Canadian movie called Your Ticket is No Longer Valid with all people Richard Harris. And like I said, he was an interesting cat. There's no denying he had the talent to burn, but liquor was a problem and personality was a problem. But when you go on a game show, especially a celebrity, you do the show for a reason. You like the show, whatever. I talked, I think in a previous podcast, how Lawrence Harvey was on the original Password, and he probably felt the same way like Peppard, but he didn't go on to a rant. Peppard, the episode, you can find it online. He's wearing kind of a shirt with no collar. He's showing off a lot of chest or upper chest. He's smoking. He might be drinking. Like I said, it's a unique moment in game show history. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story when George Peppard freaked out on TV over Alan Ludden running a normal game show or a family game show. If you like what you're doing here, give us a like, comment, subscribe, or share.